Hello, today we are going to go over my September empties. So we're going to start with this bin on the left. And this is a Aveeno Daily Moisturizing Body Lotion. I get these for travel on Amazon, and it's like 3 of them for around $9. So I've gotten these a couple times. I find them to be pretty good, and they're fragrance free, which is hard to find. I got this Herbivore Milky Way 10% AHA and oat exfoliating serum from FabFitFun. So it was discounted. I probably wouldn't have bought it if it wasn't. But I did end up liking this quite a bit, and it's like the first time that I've truly used an exfoliating serum regularly, and it definitely does make a difference. Especially where I get kind of acne irritation, which is like above my nose where my glasses and CPAP sit. So definitely was a good product. Just some samples from Summer Fridays. They were fine. It's always hard to tell with a sample packet. And these were just some concealer, or this was the Glossy Blush. This is, I didn't use this dark one, but it was, actually these were the bronzery colors of the Cloud Paint. And yeah, it was nice enough. I don't buy Cloud Paint because they have a 6-month shelf life, but otherwise it would be a nice product. This one was concealer. That's the Caliray Brightening Under Eye Corrector. I don't usually use this kind of thing, so I don't have a lot to say about it. Intuition is my favorite type of razor of all time. I've been using this since like middle school, I think. And every time I use something else, I'm like, nope, should have gotten Intuition. I'm trying to use down my Necessaire products, and I'm not really buying from them anymore. I just feel like they end up being overpriced for what they are. And especially since I'm fragrance free, a lot of their allure is the scents. This hand cream is just okay. It's not really enough for me, and the packaging is terrible because this one didn't break, but I've had these tubes break on me before. They're just kind of hard to get everything out. So yeah, definitely not planning on repurchasing that, but I did finally use it up. This is the Nivea UV Super Water 50 gel. I did really like this sunscreen. The only thing is it's PA+3 instead of 4, which is kind of the standard of like what's the best. So I probably won't buy this one again for that reason, but otherwise it was great. It was really lightweight and like barely detectable. This APLB azelaic acid peptide ampule serum. I'm trying to decide if I need azelaic acid in my life. This one's been kind of hard to find. It's a little bit cheaper. The packaging is pretty flimsy, but that's fine. But I think because it's cheaper, this one's been sold out a lot, especially like on Amazon. And I'm trying not to buy anything from Yes Style and Style of Honor right now, just because I don't really know what's going on there. But with international shipping. So the one I got to replace this is the Anua one, which is like twice the price, but we're trying that out. And then I think after that, I'll just kind of take a break and see if I notice the absence of azelaic acid, because I don't really have like dark spots or anything like that. So I'm not 100% sure I need it. Sadly, I didn't really like this Experiment Buffer Jelly Barrier Boosting Oil Gel too much. It's just pretty kind of like thick and occlusive and kind of a, I don't know, more oily than I want. I always feel like I get an oil because I like the idea of it, and then it's too oily, which is kind of funny. It is definitely better than just a straight oil, but I definitely preferred, like when I had the Merit oil, it was a lot more lightweight and easier to spread. Or like right now I have the Beekman one that's a little more creamy and less oily. So or like Beekman Milkshake is another one that I really like. So yeah, I do have another one of these to use up, and then after that I probably won't get it again, but I do think it could be, I might like this more in the winter. Here's a makeup product. This is the Honeybee Gardens Fine Point Brow Pencil in Mahogany. I liked this. I do think in general I don't really care about these fine point brow pencils. Quite honestly, I should stop buying brow pencils because my brows are fine the way they are. There's like one little spot that needs to be filled in, but like, who cares? I don't know. It does look good when I do it, but it's also like I have perfectly fine brows. I could just let them be. So sometimes I feel silly putting brow products on. But yeah, this was nice. I like it better than I used up the Merit one recently, and that one was just so tiny that it felt like it didn't do anything. So I felt like this was a little bit thicker than that, but in general, I don't think I need to run out and get this again for any reason. This was an accomplishment. This is the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm and Iced Coffee. So it took me like almost exactly 1 year to use this up, and I really did squeeze it out until it kind of looks like there's more in there, but like I really got down in there. And this was by my this was my bedside lip balm for quite a while. These take a long time to use up, but I actually haven't used up quite a few of these. I think this is maybe like my 4th or so that I've used up. But yeah, really great formula. I did recently get the toasted marshmallow, and right now I'm currently using as my bedside lip balm the hot cocoa from last year, which I'm getting like to here thereabouts. So when all these prequel things came out, this is the Skin Utility Ointment. There were several that came out at the same time, and so they all were expiring in June. So I had several things, and this might have been not my favorite. It was fine, but I think just the ointment texture I didn't like as much as other stuff. I was using it on my hands, and then when it expired, I just finished it up on my feet, and I would mix it with like a little bit of body lotion or something like that. Because my feet get really, really dry. So actually having an ointment is pretty helpful. So yeah, this isn't a bad product at all, but it's not something I need to run out and get again. And I think I have like some, is it Aquaphor? I think I have the Aquaphor one right now, and that's like a giant tube, so I won't need this again for a long time. I wanted to try out this Gold Bond Eczema Relief Hand Cream because I really like this lotion. This is what I get David for his eczema, like the body version of this. I don't know that the hand version is super different. It may just be that it's in a smaller tube, but as a hand cream, this was okay, but it wasn't like as moisturizing as I need for my really, really dry skin. So what I would do with this is I got a pump bottle off of Amazon of a vitamin E oil, and the pump bottle is key because if it's not in a pump, I won't use an oil on my hands, but that's helped. So that mixed with this worked out really well. But on its own, it just wouldn't be enough for my super dry skin, but it was a nice hand cream otherwise. Laneige Cream Skin, just a packet. I do actually have a full one of these that I need to use. Here we have the Paula's Choice Advanced Replenishing Toner. I was buying a lot of Paula's Choice. They had a lot of deals, and deals get me. So I was buying a lot of Paula's Choice stuff in 2023 and 2024, and I haven't bought any in 2025. So now I'm just kind of trying to use up the last few things I've got. So this is actually really nice, but I don't like the way it smells, and I'm not sure if that's because it was stored too long or what, but I looked up when I bought this, and both bottles that I have, this one and the full one that I have right now, I bought in 2024, so they should be fine. So I think I just don't like the way it smells, but I do like the way it feels. It is a really nice, super hydrating product. It feels like it goes like really deep into the skin, so I do really like this one, and there is a bit of a milkiness to it. Not to the extent of some of my other things. Like right now I'm using the Prequel Milky Toner, and that one is like amazingly hydrating and moisturizing. But I do have one more of these that I will use up, and then I'm not running out to buy more Paula's Choice stuff, but a lot of it's really nice. It just like hasn't been something that I feel like I need to restock right now. Okay, so this is an Naturium Biolipid Restoring Body Lotion. It's fragrance free. It is really nice. It's super thick. There's a pump bottle at the top that's really good. I bought 2 of these, and I'm using the second one right now, and it's already down to here. So the only bad thing about this is when it gets towards the bottom, there's like a good amount at the bottom that you have to kind of turn over and try to knock out because the pump won't get to it. But I did really, really like this. I'm using the second one right now. I have some other things to use up, so I don't need to run out and buy it again, but I definitely would buy this one again. This one was this was a FabFitFun choice. This is the Kopari Marine Clean Purifying Gel Cleanser. And it was a nice cleanser. It has like a cucumber scent to it, so I checked and it was like a cucumber extract, so there wasn't any other added fragrance other than cucumber extract. I'm not big on cucumber, so there's no particular reason why I would like go seek this out, but it was perfectly nice. This is the Naiad Survival Zero. I really like this. When I finished it, I am now using the Mad About Skin version, but then when that one's used up, I plan to go back to this one. So this has pycnogenol, but it's like a much nicer serum than the Ordinary's pycnogenol that just doesn't really like spread, and I like this one a lot better. So this is the one I plan to go back to when I finish the Mad About Skin one. The Mad About Skin one is like really super smoky smelling. This one still has a scent, but it's not quite as like, it almost is like smoky, like a grill. It's kind of confusing. But yeah, so I like this one better, so I'll go back to this one when that one is done. And then we have a couple of Frostbird candles. This bookstore one is one I've gotten many, many times. Love this. It's mahogany, leather, and coffee. And then hair-raising tails, green, apple, caramel, and autumn. This one's better than this one, but they were both nice. We have some makeup products on the bottom here. So this was a Drunk Elephant de Bronzy Sunshine Drops. I hated this just as much as I expected I would. I'm just not into bronzing drops. It seems like a ridiculous thing to use to me. Geek and Gorgeous Power Peptides. I really do like this, and I think this is the second bottle I've used up, and I am on another one now. Really needed to use up this because it was a year old. This is the Milani Fruit Fetish Lip Balm and Luminoso, so it's kind of a peachy flavor. I didn't love the peachy flavor. It just wasn't a peach that I particularly enjoyed, so I wouldn't get this one again, but I use that up at home as kind of like my table side lip balm. And then this In Beauty Project lip glaze. This is the Pumpkin Latte. This was really nice. It's a beautiful color. I absolutely would get this again. It was wonderful. It did need to get used up, so I was really glad. And this is one that I was taking, you know, like using as my daily lip color. We have this little Skin Fix Barrier Plus Triple Lipid Collagen eye treatment. This was the half of the Sephora birthday gift, and the other half was a really teeny tiny little sample of their serum that only lasted me like 2 days. So not the best for birthday gifts, but this was a perfectly nice eye cream. Okay, last thing in this bucket, we have the e.l.f., let's see, lip exfoliator, and this was in coffee, which is awesome, but yeah, I think I'm going to stop buying lip exfoliators for a while and see if I really need it, because I think the physical exfoliant can be kind of irritating. But yeah, I definitely noticed this one being a little irritating. Usually I use the Lush one, but I want to try just not having anything and see how that goes. So this is the Dove Sensitive Bar Soap that I get for David. And then we have a couple of his eczema body lotion, the Gold Bod Eczema Relief. He goes through a lot of these. I went through this Scene Deeper Conditioner. I am back to their regular conditioner now, and then I have 2 more of those to use up, and then I want to switch over to the CeraVe like scalp help one. So yeah, we're gonna try that, and I hope I like that one because it is definitely like a third of the price, so that'd be really nice. I finished up this Prequel Pre-Blend Cleansing Oil. I much prefer a cleansing balm to a cleansing oil, but I would say this one was decent. It wasn't, I didn't like it as much as for oils. The one I liked the most was the Crave. So I don't see any reason to repurchase this one, but I did manage to use it all up. It does last a really long time. I got some of these Dove Peach and Rice Milk hand washes off of Amazon. I'm always looking for hand wash that is moisturizing, and these are nice. So I did actually get some of the fall scents at Walmart because I love fall scents, and I'm using the pumpkin one right now, and it's really awesome. This, I think, was a freebie from Stylovana, and I went back and looked at my order history, and I could not find where I got this, but I'm pretty sure this was free with an order. And it's the Round Lab Vita Niacinamide Dark Spot Serum, and I don't really have dark spots, so this was a perfectly nice serum, but it's nothing I need again. This is a Trader Joe's candle. Came in a 3-pack, and they're kind of elegant looking. And this one is Vanilla Woods, and it smells really nice. And just my Almay Sensitive Skin fragrance-free deodorant. And last but not least, my Stratia Interface Peptide Cream, which I've tried making this my main moisturizer. And my husband's using it too, and then I'm down to just one more of these, and then I'll have to decide. I think I'm going to try to use up some of my other moisturizers before I buy these again, but this is kind of my go-to, like, everyday moisturizer because it has really good peptides in it. And that is all of my empties for the month of September. Thank you so much for watching.